Okay, now an important question is how to select the appropriate pipe. Before selecting pipe, careful consideration must be given to its material, temperature and pressure allowances, and corrosion resistance, just to name a few. You will need to pay careful attention to the flow requirements of a pipe used for a particular process. The operating pressure and temperature of a fluid in a pipe will dictate its wall thickness. But keep in mind, with thick wall pipe, the inside diameter may not permit the expected flow rates needed to supply the fluid at its desired rate and pressure. Buying and installing pipe that does not meet the minimum requirements can be dangerous and deadly. Conversely, over-designing with pipe that far exceeds what is necessary to do the job can result in tremendous cost overruns. There are actually several methods for joining pipe together. The three methods we will focus on are those most widely used in piping systems made of carbon steel. These are butt welded, screwed, and socket weld. Later in this section, cast iron and plastic pipes will be discussed. A butt weld joint is made by welding the beveled ends of pipe together, as depicted in these examples. Beveled ends indicate that the ends of the pipe are not cut square, but are rather cut or ground to have a tapered edge, as highlighted here. In preparation for the welding process, a welder will separate two pieces of pipe by a 1/16 of an inch space, known as a root gap. During the welding process, the two ends are drawn together and the root gap disappears. So, if two pieces of pipe 3-inch long were welded together in this manner, the result would be a total length of 6-inch. However, sometimes a backup ring is used in critical situations. The backup ring is used when there is a need to prevent the formation of weld icicles inside the pipe. The backup ring creates a gap of 1/8 of an inch between the two pieces of pipe. In this situation, the ring does not allow the ends of the pipe to be drawn together and keeps them separated by that amount. So, if two lengths of pipe measuring 3-inch each were welded together using a backup ring, the result would be a total length of 6-inch and 1/8 of an inch to account for the backup ring. In this instance, the root gap caused by the backup ring would be shown when dimensioning the pipe. Okay, another common means of joining pipe is the screwed or threaded end connection, as depicted in this example. Typically used on pipe 3-inch and smaller, threaded connections are generally referred to as screwed pipe. With tapered grooves cut into the ends of a run of pipe, screwed pipe and screwed fittings can be easily assembled without welding. Screwed pipe and its mating fittings will have threads that are either male or female. Male threads are cut into the outside of a pipe or fitting. Female threads are cut into the inside of the fitting. As screwed pipe and fittings are assembled, a short length of pipe is drawn into the fitting. This connection length is called a thread engagement. When drawing and dimensioning screwed pipe, you must be aware of this lost length of pipe. As the diameter of the pipe increases, so will the length of the thread engagement. The following table provides a chart indicating the thread engagements for a small bore pipe. This table is also available in the downloadable resource section. Finally, the third method of joining carbon steel pipe is socket welding. When assembling pipe with socket weld fittings, the pipe is inserted into the fitting before welding. An example of a socket weld fitting is depicted here. This connection method is unlike a butt weld connection that has the pipe and fitting placed end to end. Inside the socket weld fitting is a collar that prevents the pipe from being inserted too deeply into the fitting. In this example, the collar is highlighted here in yellow. As with screwed connections, a short amount of pipe length is lost when the socket weld connections are made. This is referred to as socket depth. The following table provides the socket depth for pipe sizes through 3 inches in diameter. Before the weld is made, the pipe fitter will back the pipe off the collar approximately 1/8 of an inch to allow for heat expansion during the welding process. Pipe used for socket weld connections will be prepared with a plain end. Plain end means that the pipe is cut square or perpendicular to the long axis, unlike butt weld fittings that have beveled ends. Pipe with beveled ends are not suitable for socket weld connections.